Hello, Amber here. Today's foundational yoga practice is going to be all about taking time to slow down a little bit, to unwind, and to relax, especially if things are maybe feeling a little bit crazy, a little hectic for you right now. Maybe you've got a lot of pressure on you or a lot of outside noise going on around you in your life. So this can be a really good thing to do either like before bed when you're trying to wind down, or just anytime, even in the middle of the day when you're just feeling like you need to take a breather, kind of slow down and collect yourself a little bit and just gently stretch your body and relax. So let's come to our mat, and we will optional, as always, I always say this, I feel like, but we'll optional to have a blanket here to to use to sit on and different things like that to get comfortable. Another option is a strap. I have one. It's kind of covered in cat hair because I live with cats, but you can use a yoga strap if you have one. Or if you don't have a strap, you could use just like a belt or a scarf or something like that. And if you don't have any of those things, again, don't worry, I've got you. I'll show another variation of the pose we're going to use this for that does not require anything at all. So just some things to have in mind. So today, coming onto your mat, we're actually going to start by lying down like you're in Shavasana. Yay! So lie down on your back here. However feels good to you. You can straighten your legs or keep your knees bent, resting on each other. And just take a few moments here. Let your body gently sink into the floor. You might even close your eyes if you'd like. Or just let everything release. Let all physical effort go for a few moments here. We're not going to stay here too long. Just take a couple moments here. And just start to unwind as you connect to your breath. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Notice any tension, any anxiety, anything like that you might be holding on to at this time. And exhale a big sigh out through your mouth. Release it out, let it go. And from here, we'll move into our steady rhythmic breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just try your best to stay with this gentle breath and taking this time to wind things down a little bit. Find a little stillness within your day. A little bit of serenity, a little bit of inner peace, a little bit of letting go. And then from here, lying on your back, let's go ahead and bend your knees. Grab your strap if you have one, or belt or scarf, whatever you're using, just have it available to you. With your back still flat on the floor, we'll bring your right knee in towards your chest. Place your right foot on your left thigh as you slide that knee out away from your body. Start to open up your hip. Option 1, you can stay right here. If this feels like a nice stretch to you, awesome, stay right here. Otherwise, if you feel like you want a little bit more of a stretch, you want to go a little bit deeper, then you could choose to lift that front foot with your hand. Just kind of reach for your hamstring or the back of your leg, coming into a reclined pigeon. Try your best to keep both of your feet flexed here and your knees still out away from your body. Just notice where you're feeling maybe a little opening in your hip, maybe a little release there. Maybe a release in your hamstrings or your quads, your glutes, different muscles that might feel tense that this can kind of help release in. Let's just take one more breath in here in our reclined pigeon. And then exhale, release, lower that front foot down if you haven't already. We'll bring your right knee back into your chest. This time, if you have a strap or similar object, you can reach for that and just place it right underneath your foot. So right in like the center or underneath the arch of your foot. And then from here, start to extend your leg and let your foot rest into the strap. And just try to hold the strap with your hands low enough on the strap so that your shoulders can still relax down towards the floor. And we're not pulling or forcing on anything. We're just looking for that nice stretch in your hamstring. If you do not have a strap, again, totally fine. Another option here is just to place your hand. You can clasp your hands if you want and place them on your hamstring in the back of your leg and just gently bring your leg in towards you. So we're going for like a 90-degree angle here if you can, but if not, that's totally fine. That just means this is a really good stretch for you to practice. Another thing is you might have a bend in your knee, slight bend, or your leg might be straight. I find that the strap helps with that, makes it a little easier for me to do that. So you can play around with that. But again, there shouldn't be any forcing or any pain. You just want to go where you feel a nice stretch along the back of your leg. Just take another breath here and breathe in. And breathe out. And then if you're using a strap, you can just release that off to the side for a moment, bring your knee back in, and release your foot down to the floor. And then the other side, this time bring your left knee in toward your chest, place your left foot on your right thigh, and then slide the knee out away from your body, coming into our reclined pigeon here. Optional to stay here, or maybe you lift that front foot and reach for your hamstring if that's feeling good to you. Be mindful of your shoulders. It's really unlikely that your shoulders will be completely relaxed towards the floor in this pose, especially if you do the second variation with your foot lifted. But just try to be mindful that you're not squeezing or crunching your shoulders any extra amount. Let's take another breath in. Notice wherever you're feeling a release, any tension you're holding on to. And then exhale, release your front foot down and bring that knee in. And again, start to extend your foot. And again, either taking your hands to the back of your leg or using that strap or strap-like object to release your foot into it. Just, again, just gently let this relax. Gently let your foot rest into the object. Take a couple more breaths here. And just find whatever amount works for you. You want to go to where you feel that stretch, so you do want to feel something here, but again, there shouldn't be any pain. And then let's go ahead and release the strap. Bring your knee back in towards you and release your foot. Let's just stretch both your legs out for a moment. Just shake out your legs. Notice if they feel any different after that. And then bend your knees once again. From here, we'll just slide your knees over to one side and make your way up past your seat and come to your tabletop. Your hands and knees. Your fingers spread wide, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees with your flat back. And move right into some cat and cow. Inhale, look forward. After relax down towards the earth, tailbone lengthens up into your cow. Exhale, draw your navel into your spine, tailbone towards the earth for cat. Inhale, shift forward, back into your cow. And exhale, back into your cat. We'll do a couple more of these here. Just gently noticing each vertebrae of your spine as you move from form to form. Again, there's no rush, just notice. Take this time out for you. And then come back to your tabletop. From here, fingers spread wide, shoulders over your wrist. Curl your toes under and start to lift your hips up to find downward facing dog. And you might keep a little bend in your knees here, or your legs maybe straight. You can kind of walk it out a little bit, rock and roll, make any movements that feel good to you. Stretch it out, maybe shake your head from side to side or front and back. Shoulders relaxed away from your ears, navel drawn in towards your spine. Let's just take one more breath in here. And exhale, release it back down and sink your seat to your heels for child's pose. Knees can be close together or apart. You can stretch your arms out in front of you. If you prefer, you might form a little pillow with your hands. Just take a couple breaths here, noticing a gentle length in your spine. And just come back to your breath if needed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let all the things that are going on in the world around you just kind of slow down right now for this time. And then as you're ready, you can press down through the palms of your hands, lift back up to your tabletop. slide your feet over to one side. So it doesn't matter which side it is. We're just going to come to a seat. So if you have a blanket, you might like to grab a blanket to sit on here. That's what I like to do. I'm just going to come to a seat here with your knees bent in front of you and your feet on the floor. From here, allow your knees to fall out to the side as you bring the soles of your feet together. And you can play around with how close or far your feet are from your body. To kind of see how that feels. Any amount is fine. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, a little bit of time. Begin to fold forward as you're ready. Baddha Konasana, round angle pose. Keep your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Maybe take a moment to rub your feet a little bit here. Release any tension in your feet that have been carrying you throughout your day. And just breathe. Take a couple more breaths here. Create a little quiet space. Inhale, start to make your way back up. Just bring your knees back together. Come to a cross-legged seat. Take a few moments here. Just kind of shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Just kind of release. Check in with your neck for a sec here. And then come back to center. Roll your shoulders up and back a few times. Release any pressure there. Just a little bit. And then we'll scoot off your blanket if you're sitting on one. And knees bent in front of you, feet on the floor. I'm going to start to slowly lower all the way down onto your back. So we'll give everyone a moment to get there. And when you do, you'll just take your arms out to a T or a cactus, working with your space that you have. Start to slide your hips just a tiny bit over to the left as you slide your knees over to the right. We're moving to a little supported recline twist, being supported by the floor underneath you. Optional, you could stay here. You might take your right hand to the top knee. I find that helpful sometimes. Maybe, just maybe, you look out over your left shoulder. If you find that that creates any strain or tension on your neck, any discomfort on your neck, then don't go there. Just look up towards the ceiling. We'll just take a couple of breaths here. Just let yourself gently unwind and sink into the floor, into your twist. And then we'll bring your knees back to center. Arms can stay where they're at. And other side, slide your hips just a tiny bit over to the right side as you slide your knees out over to the left. Again, maybe you place a hand on the top knee if that feels better to you, or a blanket over your knee or between your knees can work as well. Maybe you look out over your right shoulder, but only if that's feeling good to you. Take a couple more breaths here. Again, unwind, breathe, just let yourself be. The rest of the stuff, the world, can wait. And let's bring your knees back to center. And this time we'll take your arms down to the side, palms facing down. And kind of look, check to see that your knees are stacked over your ankles. So if you need to walk your feet in a little bit towards your glutes to make that happen, please take a moment to do that. And then we're just going to do one bridge here today. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale, lift your hips up, one vertebrae of the spine, lifting your lower, mid, and then upper back. And then just pause for a moment here and bridge. Take a breath in. And exhale, release, lower down, upper, mid, and lower back. And just give your knees a little hug into your chest. Maybe rock a little from side to side if that feels good to you. Kind of release any tension, any pressure in your back. Come back to your breath if needed. Find this quiet space. And then whenever you're ready, and release your feet down to the floor. Extend your legs. We're going to come back towards where we started. Let's stretch your arms back towards the wall behind you. Stretch your feet out in front for a full body stretch. So really stretch your body long. We'll take one more big breath in through your nose. Exhale, big sigh out through your mouth as you release your arms to the side and come back to Shavasana. Take this quiet space. You may stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to stay here for at least a few more breaths, but I really encourage you to pause the video for at least 5 minutes here. But if this is really all the time you have right now, just take this space, breathe in, breathe out. And if you'd like, you can always come back to your natural breath. No need to control it at this time. Just notice how you're breathing. And just let your whole body, let your shoulders relax down towards the floor. Your back feel completely supported by the earth beneath you. Let your eyes gently close and just take a little bit of time to rest. When you're ready, especially if you pause this video and you're coming back to it now, you can just bring your knees in towards your chest. Gently roll over to one side, most likely your right side. And just use your arms mindfully, make your way back up to your seat. Come back to a comfortable seat as you gently open your eyes. Just take a brief moment here of gratitude towards yourself for taking this time out in the day, whatever time of day it is, to just slow down, reconnect with yourself, give yourself a little bit of space, a little bit of stillness, which is so important and often can be needed. Just recognizing that. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead one more time. And exhale, palms down to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I do hope that it helped you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little more mellow, perhaps a little more stretched out in your body, and a little bit more at peace of mind, a little more serenity for you. So, hope to see you back next week for another foundational yoga practice. Again, my name is Amber, and have a great rest of your day, and take really good care.